One of my last pieces of artist research that I managed to get down into my sketchbook was the work by Marcus Lilienbrink, which is obviously here. Can't really see it, but his work's normally meant to be in colour. Obviously I've printed it in black and white. He works with editing images using how does he do it? He uses resin a lot in his work. So obviously this image here that's on the background of my work here is an image that he's taken, and then he dripped resin down it to give this distorted sort of look. Some of the resin was obviously translucent, so you can see the image through, so it kind of gives it sort of a distorted kind of look. In order for me to kind of channel his work in a sort of way, what I did is I took my original origin print, which is what I've now called it since it's been on my t-shirt, and I digitally altered it on the computer using TextEdit, where I basically messed around with the coding and deleted and re-added and changed some of it, which kind of gave out these kind of weird sort of distorted edits. It's not coming too great on camera what the actual outcome of it is, but obviously you'll have my book. If you can see my book, then you can see my book, but if not, then sorry, you're gonna have to put up with this image. It's just really distorted, obviously down here. It's kind of gone a bit blurry until it goes back to the original image at the top. This image that I then created again, actually no, I've only just recently noticed that. It's gone upside down, this one. Some of the actual image has been deleted, but obviously I've deleted the coding. So it's done that, and it's all gone fuzzy, really fuzzy throughout this bit. Which is really cool, I really like those. I enjoy using it. I've used it a lot in the past, and I plan on kind of using it in the future. I need to look in obviously to different codings, because images from different platforms can edit differently, whereas a raw image that I've taken off of this camera, say, would edit so much better than an image taken off of a social media site like Facebook. These images were taken off of Facebook. They were taken off of the page that I've set up for my t-shirts. When images are put into a Facebook or a social media thing, their coding is distorted quite a lot. A lot of information is put into it, and it's kind of compressed down. So when you do delete stuff, it doesn't do what it should do in a way. So if I did this on the actual image itself, it probably would have gone bright colours. It probably would have included a lot more actual physical distortion than it has done. That will be something I will be doing in the future. Final image that I did was this one. This one, no, I like this one. It has added a bit of colour into it, and it has shifted quite a bit. As you can see here, there's some red areas in it. And it's distorted quite nicely. I really do enjoy that one. It's pleasing to my eye. Obviously moving on from my ideas, deciding on obviously what I want to move on to do. I started looking back into what I've already done, so obviously the symbolism, and going back to the roots of where my ideas come from. I have always had something with music, and I thought what better than to do is then to look at the symbolism in pop culture and mainstream things that are popular right now, obviously. One of my main influences obviously was the music video for Drown by Bring Me The Horizon. During that music video they actually used quite a lot of my symbol that I've used for my origin print, which was this one, this symbol here. It's their main symbol that they use on album cover throughout their music video for Drown, and in a way they've given it a new kind of meaning. This here is a screenshot from, it has been cut down, but it's a screenshot from one of their stills in the music video, and obviously you can see the symbol here, and obviously it's giving it kind of like an extra meaning. I'm not going to go too much into detail with the music video actually at the moment. I plan on obviously looking more into videos, and that next time when I come back after this assessment, I plan on obviously evolving my work a bit more, which I'll explain at the end what I'm planning on doing. So obviously then I've also included screenshots from the music video itself, where the symbol is clearly obvious on the flag, where they've obviously changed the American flag. So in a way, once again, it's given the symbol a completely different meaning. Moving on to obviously the next band that I started looking into, the band called 30 Seconds to Mars used a piece of work by Damien Hirst in their album cover for Love, Lust, Faith and Dreams. So what I did is on this page is I put the background as Damien Hirst's work, and then I overlaid the album cover of 30 Seconds to Mars over the top, so it kind of gives it like a gist of what's going on. Obviously, I did a lot of work with Damien Hirst last year about plagiarism, which is once again another thing that I feel like I want to have a look into, because obviously the music industry and music pop culture at the moment is very down with copywriting and plagiarism, and it's a very inset thing, so obviously I feel like my work can expand into that at the moment. From obviously the album of Love, Lust, Faith, Dreams, I chose to look into a song called Up in the Air. I chose this song purely because the music video, the way it's set out and the way it's filmed is so eye-catching to me. It's very mismatchy, like it's not a story, it's not a thing, it's multiple images that have been taken in a very artistic way and merged together. It's very interesting, so I'll leave that on the memory stick that I'm going to include with my work for you to have a look at. I've taken several screenshots from the actual music video itself. So these are the opening sections of the film. I'm going to call it a film because I feel it's more of a film than a music video. I look at it as a film. I love the way that obviously the director has selected the images, the moving image behind the text that really feel works. Obviously, you have the what is it? It's the flipped pentagram. Obviously, pentagram is obviously a religious symbol in the pagan and the Wiccan religion, whereas you flip it and you've got it's more associated with the satanic and the anti-religion sort of religions, if that makes sense. So I find it intriguing the way that that's been put with the faith one. The dreams, you can't really see, but it's actually a girl putting a tablet in her mouth, so whether that's symbolism for like the tablets could obviously be giving the dreams, like whether it could be a drug, we don't know, but it's kind of giving that. Obviously lust is an actual image of a knife being flipped out, so whether it's a meaning for obviously lust could drive people to that sort of thing, I don't know. And then love is just a very pretty kind of traditional, I think she's traditional looking makeup for an Asian sort of thing, but she's not wearing the traditional clothing, so in a way it's kind of maybe love yourself, love your whatever. It's something very similar to that. I just really like the way that obviously that they've projected the text over in really bold writing, so you can obviously see what it is. This is definitely something that I am going to look into. I really love this. This is the sort of thing that I want to do. I've then also taken several other screenshots from the music video itself where other symbols are shown. So obviously at the beginning of the music video there is this coin with skulls on it, which is showing the band's logo, band's name on it. So you can see that. Okay, there was also throughout the music video another projection of the turned upside down pentagram, and also the lead vocalist for the band, Jared Leto, he has several tattoos obviously of the symbols, whether they relate to the band or whether they're just symbols that he's chosen, but there was a shot obviously in the music video where you can see him with his tattoos, which are the symbolism again. The tattoos on his forearm once again link back to the same series of symbols that I've been looking at from the beginning, which obviously are the same as, it's from the same symbols section as these ones. So yeah, those are the sort of things I picked out of the music video that I really enjoy. As we got to the end of the music video actually, it kind of got a bit more from the symbolism side of the images. It then sort of moved on to being a bit more free and relaxed. In it, there was involved was all of the actors, obviously, that have been in the other shots of the music video, have been brought together, and they were all throwing powder paint at each other, which looked like this. From that, I took a up-close image, which was this one. And this really inspired me because I've done quite a lot of work with creating my own material before, and it reminded me so much of the outcome that I got from that. So what I did is I produced a material, mixed a bright coloured material made up of paint. I mixed it with a plastic bonding agent and glue to give it a shine, and it's going to sound weird, what I did is I got some VCR tape boxes and laid this material inside it to dry, so it kind of gave a rectangle shape. And the outcome, I love the outcomes because it really looks so much like this sort of bottom image. These are two of my outcomes that I managed to get, which in person, when you hold them together, I think it looks so cool. I did 4 of them. So what I did here is I stuck in some more images from the music video of the paint being thrown and the other ones that I did. I really enjoy it. Obviously, I can see that my work is moulding. That's all I've done in my sketchbook, and that's all that's going to be in my sketchbook for my assessment. Where I want to go next is like the next big question. What do I still feel I could move on to? I definitely really want to look more obviously into the production of films. I'm definitely going to focus more on my photography. The way that these music videos have been recorded, very jolty and very cut and spliced and put together rather than a transition, is just so nice to me because it's like a very, I don't know, as me, I've got a short attention span, so if there's loads of things happening all at once, I'm just so intrigued by it. So obviously that's what I plan on looking into more. I feel like I want to expand more on the moving image and creating my own versions of these sort of clips and creating more of these paint pieces. And I don't know, it's just in general this I'm really starting to get inspired obviously by using the symbols, by colours, by production of branding, which is obviously still a thing, because obviously I've spoken before obviously about the branding of a band and how they use the album covers and the publication and like everything. They use magazines and all of that just to get themselves known by this one image, which is either a logo or a piece of merchandise or a poster. That is something I really want to do. I want to look into people being able to recognise something based on what I've put out there, so people will be able to recognise that it's my work based on the symbolism, because that is obviously what I'm choosing to do. But yeah, I hope that was a better explanation of where I really am, because I'm really a bit bad at trying to explain now. At the beginning I was like, yeah, I'm really good at trying to explain and get my point across. Now it's just turning into a bit of mush. Yeah. But yeah, that is my sketchbook. This sort of ideas I'm planning on taking forward into my next semester and really getting into it, because over the last few days I've done so much work than I did at the beginning. So I'm finally getting my motivation back after being away. I'm finally getting all of this ideas come back and this enthusiasm to keep going, that I just need to be let alone in a room and just oh, I'm gonna have to focus again. Just need to be left in a room to let myself get on with it. And hello? Yeah, just need to be like left alone to get on with it, and then I'll be fine, I think. Oh. But yeah, so that's everything. Hope you've enjoyed this bit, and I will be back after my assessment. Yeah!